Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a Saturn in retrograde reading for my dearest Scorpios. So Scorpio, Saturn is retrograding on May 23rd, and the next 4.5 months we're set to experience an intensification of karmic lessons and dealing with the past. So sometimes our current situation or challenge is kept on a loop because of unresolved past issues and karma. So in essence, Scorpio, karma is the re-experiencing of an unhealed trauma over and over again. Abandonment fears, running cycles, and separation issues are nearly always rooted in childhood or past life karma. These negative energy blocks could be holding you back from twin flame union or calling in or reuniting with your true soulmate or divine counterpart. Running or separation cycles are a clear indication of karma at work. So when we experience repeating cycles, we need to look at the deeper causes to end running and separation permanently. Whether you're currently dealing with a karmic soulmate, which many of us have been led to believe that they're bad or that we need to stay away from them. But the truth is we need them to heal and resolve karma if we ever want to come into union with our divine counterpart. Or if you're experiencing karma or on a karmic loop with your twin flame, this reading is just going to take a look at what's happening now, how you can move through it with grace and ease, what you're learning, what you're leaving behind, karma, what's on its way in, and what's your medicine for the moment. Now, some of you may know, but I am a Reiki master and I'm an energy healer. So at the end of this reading, I'm going to do a small prayer, incantation, activation, healing. So if you want to stick with me through that, you certainly can. So Scorpio, as I'm doing this reading, I'm just going to ask that you like this video, subscribe to the channel, take a moment to check out the description box for ways you can get a private reading, or if you like the cards that I'm using, I have them listed and linked in order of appearance. Also, feel free to leave a comment and don't forget to ring that notification bell. All right, Scorpio, let's take a look and see first what's happening. What's going on for Scorpio? All right, the Two of Wands. How you can move through it with grace and ease, the Devil. Wow, karma. Karma itself. What are you learning? Judgment. Ooh, okay. What are you leaving behind? The Three of Pentacles. What's on its way in? The Eight of Wands in reverse. And what's your medicine? The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Scorpio, overall energy, the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is about gossip. So it's about somebody spying, somebody watching. Yeah. What I'm seeing here, Scorpio, many of you guys, you're going through, and again, feel free to swap the energy. It could be with your person that you're dealing with, if you're dealing with a karmic soulmate or you're dealing with your twin flame. Many of you guys, there's unforeseen forces at work here creating drama for you. But for many of you guys, you know what they are. And what I'm seeing here is there's been too much of a 3D focus when it comes to this particular relationship. I'm also feeling like someone here is really stuck in a distorted masculine energy. I'm really picking up on like sexuality, strong physical connection, but I'm also getting like somebody here feeling, and I am getting a strong masculine energy. So it could be a male counterpart or just a masculine energy feeling tied to certain people, feeling that need to express their masculinity by having lots of partners, or sort of these old outdated paradigms that like if I choose one partner then I look weak. It's an intense reading here, Scorpio. It could be your person that I'm picking up on. It could also be if there's a level of promiscuity involved here. So I'm not knocking, like, I'm not here to judge. And by no means, we do what's right for us, and it may not be what's right for the next person, and not everybody's going to improve. But I do feel like some of us here, we're dealing with some sort of sexual addiction or some sort of not wanting to commit to one person because it seems weak. That's what I'm getting. Or that's what's been passed down or taught to the person that's feeling this way. So what's happening right now, there's a really important choice to be made. This is strong twin flame energy, 2 of Wands. Scorpio, I feel like you are holding out for the one. Somebody here knows that you're the one, or you know who the one is, but needs to turn their back on somebody else. Because I do feel like for many of you guys, I'm dealing with a third party situation. But for some of you guys, this third party isn't necessarily a romantic rival, but I'm also getting somebody who may be a workaholic, somebody who drinks too much, somebody who gambles, somebody who has some sort of codependent behavior. So how we can move through this with grace and ease is recognizing what we're chained to, what's healthy and what's not healthy for us. Also understanding that what we experience in our outer world is a reflection of what's going on within, but we're going to clarify. What you're learning, judgment, to use your better judgment. But I also feel like this is about trusting the signs and synchronicities that you're receiving from your angels and your guides and your higher self. This is also an indication here, Scorpio, that you are up-leveling. You may be shifting timelines. You may be moving away from what I'm getting, lower vibrational energies, turning your back on that, seeing that you've got a whole world ahead of you. Some of you guys, you are dealing with addictions yourselves. You're looking at some sort of behavior, whether it's a particular relationship, whether it's like a sex addiction or somebody that was just physical, but you can't seem to cut the cord with them. Or whether it's just something that you do in your behavior. It's like you're getting a fresh outlook here. You're up-leveling. You're leaving behind toxicity. What you're leaving behind is this 3 of Pentacles, maybe something that you've been putting a lot of work into. It could be just this third-party energy. So whether you're dealing with a karmic or you're dealing with your twin, this third-party energy may be that some of you guys are workaholics. That's what I'm getting. Or somebody involved in this situation buries themselves in work in order to ignore like the real issues and do the shadow work that's necessary. What's on its way in, the 8 of Wands. It's weird because this is actually a card of victory, but there's a victory. It's like an unexpected victory. It's like, we have this eclipse season. We have eclipse, the full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. And it's like when we have these eclipses, so we have the full moon in Sag, and then we have the solar eclipse in Gemini. It's like eclipse season brings us not what we want, but puts us on the timeline where we need to be. And that's where there's this victory. It's not going to be really easy, Scorpio, is it? Because it's not what you wanted or the way that you wanted it, but it's for your growth and for your ascension. And what's your medicine for the moment is, I feel like it's like taking it easy. It's about being patient. You've put in the work. You've put in the work here. Now it's time to watch things grow. It's now time to open up to receive, because something beautiful is coming in, but it's kind of coming in an unexpected way. I do also feel like, Spirit's calling judgment on a particular relationship here. Whether it's a karmic relationship or if it's with your twin, it's being removed because it wasn't healthy for you. So for some of you guys, it might be something like you party with this person, you're trying to get clean, or you're trying to change your habits, and this person is no good for you and they're holding you back. Okay, that's not going to be for all of you. For some of you guys, it's leaving behind a relationship that was it was keeping you, it was making you feel jealous. I feel like there's like a lot of gossip. It's really low vibe. Okay, but you feel sort of powerless to it. Yeah, and I feel like many of you guys, this is a karmic situation. I'm going to show these cards to you. Look at this. Wow. Look at that. Page of Wands. Yeah, not having a lot of confidence, not being really sure, not knowing how to overcome obstacles. I feel like you may be dealing with somebody like that. So they might either drown themselves in work, or they might drink too much, or they might have some sort of addiction or shopping, whatever it is. They sort of drown themselves in toxic behaviors when they run into obstacles, when things don't go smoothly. Okay, it could be that they throw temper tantrums as well, is what I'm getting. But we get the Wheel of Fortune, being stuck, karma, false victory, challenges. Somebody here, I feel like they might also, they might keep their options open. They might have a lot of options because it's scary for them to just focus on you, because they could get hurt that way. Okay, and somebody's like not able to show restraint. You could feel that way. You could have tried to quit this person a million times. But with the Five of Swords and the Page of Swords, there's like a lot of drama around this. Again, this person might have involved you in a third party situation. That makes it kind of harder to leave. Like it feels like you don't want the other person to win, or there's some sort of like romantic rival, or there's like a lot of gossip around it. So it's like if you were to leave this situation, you know, like a lot of people would be talking about it. Like you would feel like you've lost something. Spirit wants you to rise above that. Okay, because there is something really beautiful coming in that you've been manifesting, but you don't realize it, is what I'm getting. Okay, so what's happening right now? You're at this crossroads. You're at this crossroads. You're making a decision. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, things are going to be changing, moving in your favor. Yep. Spirit saying leave this situation behind. Whether you're dealing with a twin flame or you're karmic, the burdens have become too heavy. You're going to realize that when you focus on you focus on love, on your loving presence, finding balance. When you release these burdens, because I feel like this is a situation, whether it's your twin or it's a karmic situation, there's extra people involved. There's gossip. It could be because it's at work or it's online. It's like it's draining and it's no longer good for you. Okay. And yeah, and so it's like the 10 of Wands, release this karma. You're going to see everything fall in place. For some of you guys, you're releasing addictions. You're getting on a path to wellness. So you might be checking into rehab. You might quit drinking. You might just, be changing the way you eat. You might start meditating. It's going to be different for all of you Scorpios, but you're making really huge shifts away from this devil energy. Some of you may be dealing with a Capricorn or another Scorpio or Aries. Taurus, Aquarius. All right, so it's about moving on, peace of mind. Yeah, so many of you guys, Scorpio, you haven't been dealing with a twin flame. You've been dealing with a karmic partner. Now, keep in mind, it could also be what your person is going through. But what I'm seeing here, there's something here that's so out of balance. It's so negative for you, and I think you know it. It's time to release these burdens. You're going to see everything fall into place. It's like your finances, your health. You're going to have emotional well-being, but it's really hard. It's very, very hard because you may feel unsupported in the 3D. You may feel like there are a lot of people gossiping or talking about you. And again, I feel like there's a romantic rival or rivals involved here. So it's like an extra burn on your ego, right? It's like, it's like you don't want to lose. I get that. But what I'm seeing here, release this. It's imbalanced. Move forward. Take what you've learned from this situation. Turn your back on this heartbreak, on this disappointment. For many of you guys, it's betrayal. Some of you guys are changing like where you work or where you live, or you're just turning your back on this situation. Okay, so what you're learning, this is up-leveling. Look at that Cancerian energy, your own strength. You're seeing things clearly. You're ready for a new beginning. Some of you guys, you held on to this person or this situation or this behavior for way too long, and you're realizing you weren't seeing things clearly because of the gossip, because there was negative energy. There was negative energy around you, but you're stepping into your power with that Cancerian energy, and you're moving on. You're up-leveling. You're leaving this lower vibrational timeline and group of people and situation behind you. Yeah, because you realize if you stay in it, it's going to just continue to loop for you. 10 of Pentacles. So many of you guys, you're leaving like a home, a job, or a relationship. It's something that gives you a lot of stability, or maybe there was a lot of hope for stability here. Yeah, but you're ready for a new beginning. You're ready for a new beginning. I think you did everything in your power, and I think I think you did everything in your power to work this out. And it may be something, it may be a long-term relationship you were in, Scorpio. But Spirit's saying it's time for something new. It's not without its challenges, but you're done being played for the fool, as the fool. Okay, you want something new, you want to travel, you want to start a new cycle, and I feel like this is exactly what you're doing. I think you're realizing that you are dealing with a karmic situation. Cancerian energy, you're finding creative problems for, finding creative solutions to your problems. Some of you guys, what I'm seeing here is you realize that it's time to up level, because that's what's going to call in your twin flame or your true divine counterpart. But you need to let go. You need to make a decision. Some of you guys, if you work with this person, I mean, sometimes it's not always possible to be able to change where you work or where you live, or maybe you have to see this person. But some of you guys, you were like, I'm going to stick this out. Let's say you work with this person. I'm going to stick this out because I don't want to appear weak, or I don't have to change my behavior. And you don't. It's not like if you work with this person and things don't work out, that you have to get another job. But Scorpio, it's not weak if you choose to change your routine, or if you're constantly running up against a situation that's hurtful or painful. There's nothing weak in finding some sort of creative solution to not being around those people anymore. And sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes, and you guys know that better than anybody, Scorpio, to really get into that energy of, I'm pulling my energy back. You're never going to see me. You're never going to hear from me again. It's that there's a sting in the silence that a Scorpio throws your way. And so for some of you guys, you're going to be changing your routines or your jobs or whatever. It's not going to be a reality for all of you. And I'm not saying you have to be that drastic, but I think it's also recognizing you don't have to prove your strength to anybody, Scorpio. You're ready for something new. And you're seeing that being a part of this situation, this group, this job was holding you back from your highest expression of yourself here. Okay, so what's on its way in? So it's interesting. Let's see. We get the Six of Pentacles and we get the Four of Swords. So there's some sort of healing. So what I'm seeing here, Scorpio, you may choose to pull back from this situation or remove yourself from the situation, whatever capacity that might be for you. I feel like there's drama. I feel like there are haters around you, Scorpio. I feel like you've been dealing with somebody who gets a lot of attention and may have, and I'm picking up for some of you, maybe workplace, okay, with this Eight of Pentacles. This person has either like slept with a lot of people at work, or they flirt with a lot of people, or there are a lot of people that want their attention. And I think that's created and I think there was jealousy because this person was giving you a lot of attention. Okay, but I think this person was dishonest, and it's time to move on from them. I think with the Six of Pentacles, again, because this is an energy of breadcrumbing, they were keeping you waiting. They may have been giving out their energy to two people, okay? Or again, maybe some of you guys, you're dealing with a workaholic. You know your situation better than I do, but what I'm seeing here is you're no longer willing to put up with this, and you're willing to go it alone if necessary to do the healing work. You're pulling back on something that you were really trying to manifest, that you had really high hopes for stability. This person may have even talked about a future with you. They may have talked about family and that sort of thing, but you're seeing things differently. And I feel like, Scorpio, many of you, you're ready to move forward on your own. Okay, some of you guys, you are going to be changing jobs, or you're just simply not putting work into this. And again, Scorpio, your silence stings. Okay, yep. Look at that. Lovers and the Death card. Wow. Some of you guys, look at that Scorpio and Gemini energy. The Five of Swords. I think the person that you've been dealing with, the karmic person that you've been dealing with, they feel like they've won. Or maybe this group of people, maybe the romantic rival won. But they didn't. And they may not realize that right away, but they're going to be like, well, Scorpio, where are you going? I have all the swords. Look, I won. And you're like, I don't even want your swords. Because you don't have it. There's no more value in those swords. There's no more value in competing for this person. And so it's not like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, this person isn't of value anymore. Yeah, sure they are. But you're taking your power back and you're seeing this person for what they truly are. And they were really only holding you back, Scorpio. And so you're putting an end to it. And even if that takes being on your own for a little bit, because what's coming towards you, what your medicine is you're making the choice to end a situation that is no longer healthy for you. And you're removing yourself from, I'm picking up, and it's not going to be for all of you, but it's like small time drama. It's like you're so much bigger and so much better than that. And you're realizing, wow, this is something, what I needed to learn, you needed to trust in the fact that you don't need to lower your vibration for these people. You don't need to engage in this type of BS, Scorpio. You don't need to be in a situation where somebody's not giving to you or they're treating you like an option. And you don't need to be, your name doesn't have to be whispered on anybody's lips or written about in anybody's blog or on their social media. No, Scorpio, I see you pulling back. But what you're calling in here is you're not only healing, you don't even have to take action. You are just pulling yourself out of this situation. I just keep hearing that your silence stings. Your silence, look at this person, is teaching them a lesson. Look at that. You're calling judgment on this person, and that what they think they were doing or what they think they were gaining, whether it was this karmic or the person, the romantic rival, they're realizing, whoa, Scorpio doesn't value me, or the romantic rival is looking at this other person like, well, now it's not so much fun, right? Because Scorpio doesn't care about this person. It's just a total shift, but look at that. We have this Emperor energy. You're releasing something and you're calling in your true divine counterpart. You're standing in your power. And look, they're just left like speechless. This group of people, this particular person, they are left speechless because you're done. You are done. In doing so, you're calling in your true divine counterpart. You're not, for many of you, I'm just getting like small town BS is what I'm getting here. Like, you're just like, oh my God, I'm so over this. And many of you, you're looking back, you're releasing this burden. And many of you guys, your careers are taking off, or you have a lot of, it's just like, you are going to be on your own for a bit, Scorpio, for a little bit. Scorpios, we don't really mind that, right? I'm a Scorpio moon. I am becoming a better person, and we both know I am not the one for you. Yeah. Wow. I couldn't let you get close to me. And the timing just wasn't right for us. Yeah, this hurts, Scorpio. I feel like I want to cry, but this is the realization here. You were dealing with somebody who is probably pretty damaged or has a lot of work to do. And I think even though they may have painted a picture of stability and family and all this, they wouldn't let you in. They wouldn't let you close. And that was the lesson that you needed to learn. Putting yourself first, removing yourself from toxic situations. I feel like it's a group of people. I feel like this person has a lot of people around them, whether it's like friends. Like, I feel like this person has a lot of friends of the opposite sex. Not that that matters, but I feel like some of them were friends, some of them weren't, you know what I mean? And it's like, I feel like there were a whole group of people that were against this sort of situation. And Scorpio, you're not one to back down from a fight, but I think once you realize your person wasn't supporting you, that your person wasn't being honest with you, you were like, it was a big blow, but you step into your power, you call it forth. And again, your silence, your removal from this situation, it stings. I think you're teaching more than one person a lesson, truthfully. Love and acceptance, so hope. So love is yours. Recognize your divine worth and choosing loving thoughts. So you are. That's what you're doing. That's how you're switching timelines here, Scorpio. And this is what you're calling in as you heal and clear this. And we get Paul the Venetian, one of my personal favorites. Experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Yeah, because you were blocked. You were blocked until you learned this lesson to let this person go, to let this situation. And for many of you, it's a group of people. Beautiful. And that's what this experiencing grace and love and acceptance. You may have been like, also, I feel like you were maybe the odd man out, Scorpio. Maybe it was this person and their family. Maybe it was this people. Like, I feel like Scorpio, some of you guys have come back to somewhere you haven't been in a long time, or you were with a group of people where you never really felt like you belonged, and they kind of never really helped that. They never helped you feel like you belonged. But you are triggering an awakening in this person. I mean, look at this. Look how dumbfounded he looks. He's like, where'd you go, Scorpio? And you're like, calling judgment, not looking back. Wow. Divine Rebel. Yeah, this is you. 29 breaks down to an 11. Ascended Master Kuan Yin and Pearl. All right, so I'm going to read from the book. Kuan Yin is about love and compassion. I feel like you were dealing with people. It's weird. I keep getting a group of people. It's like this person, but I feel like they also were like under the influence of like what other people think or their family. So I'm reading from Alana Fairchild's Crystal Mandala Oracle. The Divine Rebel does things that break stereotypes wide open. They dance when they're supposed to be sitting still. They argue when they're supposed to be quiet. They are serene when they are supposedly meant to be enraged. And they get angry when they're supposed to be calm. This is natural for a rebel. They are not trying to be different for the sake of it. They just go against the grain and don't play to type because this is how they were divinely designed. Part of your life purpose as a divine rebel is to show others there's always another way. And look at that. This is what you're showing others, Scorpio. There's another way, and you're not looking back. The conditions the mind places on the world about how things should be done can and should be challenged. So Scorpios, you guys are challenging this whole person's worldview. You are challenging this person and even this group of people. You are challenging their worldview. I feel like you came into a situation like either people that were all raised together or within a family or people who all work together. And this person was really attracted to your uniqueness and your light. You are being acknowledged as one of those ones who are different and who are here to stir up loving truths in your own particular way. Maybe you are the black sheep of the family, so to speak, and don't necessarily fit in completely to any one social group. Maybe you seem to be just like everyone else on the surface, but underneath you think differently, and maybe you worry sometimes that you are even a bit weird. Or perhaps you know that you are divine eccentric and you are perfectly comfortable with that. You may even celebrate it. No matter whether your divinely rebellious nature is subtle or obvious, you are something of an outsider. You belong here, and you have a divine family, but it is made up of unique, creative, and unusual beings like yourself, rather than necessarily being limited to your biological family. There will be times when you want someone to laugh with, who gets you and who respects you for who you are, loves you as who you are, and doesn't want you to change for any reason. The people best able to do this are other rebels at heart. Rebels are free spirits who don't need to control others or be controlled to feel safe. They know that life is crazy, mysterious, beautiful, and uncontrollable, and that we can either hide in fear from the magnificent wild creation or show up, jump on it, and go for a ride we'll never forget. And Scorpio, I feel like many of you guys, what you're seeing here is you were dealing with somebody who is really basic, somebody who is really controlled by convention, and again, that distorted masculine energy coming through. Somebody who, maybe their social group or their traditions or their culture or their beliefs told them that, I'm just keep getting like this distorted masculine energy, and forgive me. But it's kind of like, if I'm in a committed union or if I don't show my manhood by having lots of different partners and stringing a lot of people along, then, that's weakness. And I feel like you challenge this. And for many of you, these are not gender specific readings, but I am getting a gender specific message. For some of you, especially if you're female Scorpios, that you challenged this person, somebody strong. They might be big in stature. They might be very masculine, but I'm picking up that you actually prevailed as alpha. Okay. And that was something that they just couldn't handle. I don't think it was intentional, but because of your strength, look, you're coming out in total alignment, making choices. I think you scared this person. Oof. All right. So Scorpios, I'm going to leave it there. For those of you who, this is where we part. Thank you for allowing me on this journey. Thank you for hearing me out and these messages. For those of you who would like to continue with me for the small healing prayer incantation activation, I'd just like you, my fellow rebels, to focus on the candle. Take a deep breath. Bring yourself into alignment. You can repeat after me silently or out loud. I choose of my free will, of my own free will, through this and any lifetime, and through all layers of my entire being, to give up any pain about not fitting in, being different, challenging authority, or being ostracized and punished by society for my free-spirited nature. I choose gratitude for the freedom of sometimes being a fringe dweller in life. I have enough strength to engage with the world, sharing my wisdom and love without being seduced or consumed by the fear others may hold in their hearts. I choose to attract loving consciousness into my life and unconditional support as I choose my own path this lifetime. Through divine grace and unconditional love, so be it. May the rebel heart and all beings be free and love life and live truth. According to divine compassion and in service to the great divine plan of love unfolding, so be it. I honor the divine rebel within. I give myself permission to live my truths in the world with wisdom, compassion, and boldness. Thank you, Scorpios. Sending you lots of love and light. Take care.